Hey, coming up right now, a woman's incredible sense of smell is helping scientists find a new diagnosis to a terrible disease.
Also coming up, we've got this great story. A gospel singer is under fire for what he's asking his followers to donate.
A little bit later on, how First Lady Melania Trump's wedding dress ended up for sale online.
No way.
Yeah.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey there, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, and welcome to Daily Flash for this Wednesday. So glad to have you here. We got sweet baby James, who does our social media, taking care of the floor. Everything good over that way?
Everything's good. I'm keeping my money in my pocket.
That's the best place for it to be. To my right is Matt Doolittle. Matty.
To the people out there, I want to say we welcome you to go vote for us for a Telly Award on our website at dailyflashshow.com. We were fortunate enough to be nominated for one, but we need you, the people, to send us there to the big award show. So head over there, dailyflashshow.com, and vote for the good old Daily Flash.
All right.
Okay, season finales. At this point, I think most everyone's seen the season finale of White Lotus
I hope you
season
did,
3.
because it was great.
If you did, great. If you didn't, I'm sorry, but there will be spoilers, so you might want to mute your television right now.
All righty. And I think the ending I thought was fantastic. I thought the whole season, the whole series was great.
I loved it too. Completely engaged. However, there's been a lot of criticism online for the season finale of White Lotus, in particular, the way the storyline ended for Rick and his girlfriend Chelsea.
Okay.
Played by Walton Goggins. And they were saying he went and confronted this guy who he suspected of killing his father. They get into this confrontation. He leaves after pushing him over and then goes back to the hotel. So people are up in arms about why he went back to the hotel when he knows that guy owns the hotel and decided to just have a leisurely breakfast before getting into a giant shootout.
He did seem a little bit like, okay, I'm relieved.
Yeah.
I got it all off my chest. But knowing that, as you said, the owner of the hotel, you went right back to it.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he was, I guess, because he was going to take the first boat out or whatever. Maybe he was thinking that's the only way you can do it. But why would you have gone there and just had her meet you somewhere? But that's a good
Exactly, because it's like you've spent all this time and energy, and you have this crazy blow up, and then you decide just to go back to the hotel, sleep it off, have breakfast, and then leave.
Yeah, not working that way at all.
You know, an omelet with your murder.
Would you like an omelet with it?
Omelet.
Why not? Sure.
White
That's
omelet.
true. Any season finales you guys were disappointed in, or that like
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld,
Okay.
I think which if you want to see how they made it up, just watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think season 9 they fix that huge problem. But I think Seinfeld was probably the biggest one.
I will never forgive How I Met Your Mother for those many years to give me that miserable last season.
Really?
It was so
The
bad.
whole season.
The whole season.
The whole season was bad because Jason Segel was kind of done with it, and they kind of had to split it. They changed a few things, and the girl, one of the girls, the one that went on to play in the Avengers.
Yeah.
So she was kind of in and out of it, but it's just the whole, and then the story to give us that at the end, and then the mix, and it was just I hated that I spent 7 years on that.
What about you?
Sopranos.
Yeah, it's another one. That's another one.
See,
Yeah.
right? I'm still I was like,
And I'll tell you why I hate it most, because they ruined one of my favorite Journey songs too, because they started playing it again. But continue.
And here's the thing, I remember I was watching that season finale, and then the screen went dark. I thought my television went
Everybody
out.
did.
And I don't
whole
think I was
country did.
alone. I think everyone did. I'm like, oh my God, how am I missing the last 5? You know, like, and it was, I was using TiVo at the time, and I thought the TiVo ran out of room, or I didn't know what it was. And I was like, what just happened?
Cable companies got people calling and screaming at them.
Yeah.
Epic series. I mean, it's an epic series.
Yeah.
And that's how they envisioned it. But we're talking about it now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the case.
If Severance does this to me and doesn't give me a wrap up, because they've said they've pretty much got 2 more seasons in them.
Okay.
I'm going to be so mad.
I can
Because
see
we
that.
have devoted too much time to
I
this.
can't
and
tell
brain
you. They
power.
say third seasons of most great shows are the worst seasons.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
third ones. Jamie?
I'm going to say I'm the most affected by this whole thing because
How's
it's been everything Star Wars on Disney Plus for the last several years.
Yes.
Have been terrible.
Right.
Mandalorian was
has been
good.
terrible.
There you go.
No, it
Mandalorian was
wasn't.
great, yes.
No, it was terrible.
All right, before we go down Nerd Central, let's jump into some trending news stories on here. Picture this: a package with a T-shirt shows up on your front door, all right? And it's from a stranger hoping that if they can find out if they have Parkinson's disease.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? 75-year-old former nurse claims that she can actually do this, identify a scent directly related to Parkinson's.
No way.
This is true. Researchers say they presented her with a collection of different T-shirts. Some have been worn by patients. Others belong to very healthy people. She was asked to sort them into two different piles. She identified every shirt
No.
with one exception, if you can believe that. However, 9 months later, the wearer of that shirt later was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Now, the T-shirt says, I have Parkinson's on it, but no, that's not the case. Now, I've heard of dogs being able to do
Yes,
this,
yes.
but it's interesting what we don't know about our brain and what we're given. And secondly, I wonder, women are more apt. They have more sensories in their noses. They can smell things and see things better. That's why, if you go back to caveman time, they were the ones that went and did the berries. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. But this is very interesting. How she figured it out is what is amazing because of the fact that, like, you'd have to know something like that smells different. Do you know what I'm saying? Boy,
Yes.
what is that smell?
And also, like, you have to, I think you've got to be able to develop your sense of smell to the
There you
point
go.
where it's so intense that you can pick up on things like that. Because that's not just your everyday, oh, this smells like Downy. Oh, this smells like Parkinson's disease. Like, she clearly has a certain, smell, and she's got abilities.
My wife has a bionic nose, and she can.
Does she really?
And
She can smell
write
your
your own
BS?
stories there. If you smell my BS coming 10 miles away. You're good with that as well. But she is actually a sommelier, certified.
Yes.
She's a certified sommelier, and she doesn't drink, but she says that's how you do it because
Yeah.
it's all about smelling.
And does she
Yeah.
does she limit her exposure to certain things because she doesn't want to
I
change
can't-
her palate or her sense of smell?
I can't put any kind of air freshener in my
Yes.
my car.
Okay.
We use all natural stuff when it comes to like the laundry and that sort of thing. I should ask her. It's like, if you
Yeah.
if you have that bionic sense of smell, I mean, you should be able to use it. And God bless this woman for
No
being able to do
kidding.
that.
Yeah. A gospel singer, Marvin Sapp, for what he's asking his followers to donate is now under fire. A recent video clip features Sapp telling the ushers to close the doors until 1,000 of his worshipers donate $20 each.
Got a song. All right. Got a song for that.
Yeah, Marvin then tells the thousands of folks watching the live stream to pony up $20 as well. He claims it's the easiest way to raise $40,000 for the
Sure
church.
it is, yeah.
Then he asked everyone on stage with him to hand over at least $100. Although he told the congregation he preferred cash, he was willing to accept electronic donations as long as his parishioners could provide proof that they donated. The issue people are having with him is that he closed the doors.
Or not give you a choice,
Yes.
which I believe when it comes, you're supposed to have free agency, and it
Yes.
sounds like though they didn't. I guess you could probably have. Though the door, I don't think were they locked? Did he say he locked them? I don't think that was in it.
I don't-
He
he
told
locked-
the
he
ushers
locked-
to close
locked-
the
close
doors
the
and don't
doors.
let nobody out.
Oh.
So, you know.
Oh, don't okay. Don't let anybody out.
He got called out a lot for this one, you know. His song never would have paid it. But still, you know, I all I can say is they do that across the country.
It happens. Well, yeah.
But
With the
man with a
doors
hair-
locked, though. I mean,
Creflo Dollar?
I'm not giving a man with a haircut like that and a T-shirt anything. Wear a suit, nasty.
there you go.
Hey,
right. At least dress up a
40
little
grand.
bit. If you
Yeah,
want-
40 grand and you can't buy a suit?
But well, you don't want to look too nice when asking for money.
True. Is that a suit or a muumuu? I can't tell.
And you know what?
Sweaty, whatever it is.
And there are probably people there that didn't have the money, it didn't have $20 or whatever,
Yeah.
let's say, and then how they felt afterwards. Go watch Righteous Gemstones.
Yep.
Find out what happens to his money. That's all I got to say. Baby Billy Freeman will.
You know it's
Yeah.
in the walls.
Bible bunkers.
walls,
They
right.
would have liked Baby Billy's Bible
So
bunkers.
check this out. First Lady Melania Trump's wedding dress has been listed on eBay by someone who claims to have bought it from her years ago. The First Lady wore the Christian Dior gown by John Galliano during her star-studded Palm Beach wedding event back in 2005. The couture creation is listed on the auction site for about $45,000 or best offer. The seller claims she purchased the dress from Melania for $70,000 thanks to a mutual friend. Melania was featured wearing the dress on the cover of Vogue ahead of her star-studded wedding. The description of the gown lists it as weighing 60 pounds, and the seller is offering free shipping.
Okay, well, that is something. It's 60 pounds, something, anything is pretty heavy to spend.
Something is not mathing. 45, but you bought it for 70.
Yeah.
Because if she put it on and then all of a sudden it's worth some more, but the thing is, you only wear this thing one
Once.
time,
Yeah, it's
and
still
then.
sitting in, Leah's is still sitting in the closet in the bag from the night of.
But would you want to say, "Oh, hey, I'm wearing Melania Trump's wedding dress"?
So I
No,
think
it's-
you want to wear your own.
You got freaks out there.
No, I'm saying at the wedding. Would you want to? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I would. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear anybody's.
You got something
secondhand.
borrowed,
Like,
but you didn't.
that is true. I
But you
mean,
paid for it.
I can appreciate buying secondhand, but $40,000
Way
is a
too much.
lot to pay for secondhand.
Hey, before we head into the weekend, welcome back to Daily Flash. We always like to give you our picks for streaming for the weekend. This is where we tell you about something you got to check out on your streaming services. Ladies first. AJ, what you got?
Oh my gosh, there's so much good stuff, and you
Yeah.
know I love a good true crime drama. My pick for the weekend is Devil in the Family: The Fall of Ruby Frank.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door. He's got duct taped around each ankle. He's obviously covered in wounds.
Shocking and appalling. Those were the two things that I
really?
could think of when I watched this. The fall of Ruby Frank is exposed in this documentary about the YouTube sensation turned convicted child abuser.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jackson, your picks are always good. I always like, sometimes I'll text her and I'll say, hey, I got to watch something. What do you?
Yeah.
So I definitely check it out. I love those true crime ones.
What's crazy about this one is, again, it's that confluence of timing and social media and YouTube. She was one of these first parents to get on YouTube and show off her family, and then turned it into $100,000 a day business, only to find out behind the scenes that police assumed she was abusing her children, and it was just nuts, like brainwashing nuts.
My understanding, did they have like video where it was like outtakes basically where he's like,
Yes.
you need to smile more, smile more.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. And so you're seeing the real her in all of these outtake videos, and then they get a therapist involved in the family, and then she and the therapist get involved.
Wow.
And then these two kids are left, tied up at a house outside of their neighborhood. And, this kid goes knocking on a neighbor's door to say, I need your help. It's police business.
That is so
and he's
scary.
got duct tape on his ankles, and he's probably 70 pounds. It's just insane.
So it's one of those things where a lot of these YouTubers don't realize that the money they're making, it's going to have to pay for the therapy afterwards with their kids.
I'm glad they're showing those outtakes so to show you that
Yes.
it's not real. Nothing is real,
100%.
and there's abuse behind
Yeah.
it in some cases. Okay, Maddie?
Yep. All right. Well, my pick is on YouTube, and it's the abandoned history of Universal Hard Rock Cafe.
In March 1989, it was announced that Orlando would officially be the home of the next Hard Rock Cafe. Robert Earl, president of Hard Rock and of Mecca Leisure USA, who now owns 7 cafes, said he would spend $5 million on the very first built from the ground up Hard Rock restaurant.
So Universal Hard Rock in Orlando used to be like the epicenter of the Hard Rock Cafe. It looked like a guitar. You had the Bates Motel out back.
Okay.
But what's crazy is it just sat abandoned for longer than it was actually open. It was only open for a couple of years, and now they've rebuilt it, and we have a giant one here in Orlando at City Walk. But it's a crazy history of it. And I remember being there as a kid, all the time.
It's really, it's part of Orlando. If you're vacationing there, maybe you can find out. I love that. All right. My pick, a former party girl, Isla Gordon, is unexpectedly appointed president of her family's basketball team, the Los Angeles Waves, when her brother goes into rehab. We're talking about Running Point, now streaming on Netflix.
You are the president of the Waves. This is shocking. But on behalf of all women, don't ever make a mistake. Looks bad for all of us.
This is a great show. It stars Kate Hudson, Brenda Song, and a guy that I'll watch anything in, Justin Theroux. And they've already set up season 2.
Oh,
it's already picked
really?
up. So it's all set. I don't think I'm giving too much away. There's going to be more Justin Theroux in the second season. So
It came up on my picks, so
You should
I'll
check
add
it out.
to it. Yeah.
It's sort of a disguised as the Lakers and Jeannie Buss, but they call it the LA Waves. I mean, she looks just like Jeannie Buss. There's no question that that's what it's all about.
The Mindy Kaling.
Mindy Kaling,
and Ike Barinholtz is also EP on this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of guy humor, but it's really kind of like I don't want to call it Sex in the City. Basketball kind of plays a second role.
So my type of thing, but it's still basketball.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah. What was
What's like the Lakers show?
That's exactly what I'm thinking about.
But it's a comedy version of that. Yeah.
Really good. I thought it was fun.
I love the brother, the one brother that's a real smartass. He's great.
He was on The Mick, if you remember that. He played the husband on The Mick, and I wish I remembered his name too, but he is, I think, one of those. I think if he stays at those characters, he'll have a longer career because he's a perfect side character out of all this. I love him. You're right.
Absolutely. Okay, some entertainment stories for you now. And the lucky letters are VW, as in Vanna White. The co-host of Wheel of Fortune discussed her work schedule during a recent radio interview. She revealed that she works a total of 34 days a year taping the game show. 34 years, wow. 34 days a year. White's limited schedule requires her to tape 6 shows a day while they record. And yes, she must have a completely different outfit from head to toe for each episode she tapes. Oh my God.
Oh, poor thing.
So for those of you doing the math at home, she has 331 days off a year.
And she's been doing this for how many years, too?
30 plus
that.
years?
Yeah, 30 something years.
And then you think about what she does. Her job has gotten progressively easier. She doesn't even just touch it now.
Just get a wide shot.
These.
I got to show my legs because that's what she does.
Does she even touch the
I don't
screen?
even.
I don't think she touches. She just
No.
kind of taps it. So my wife and I watch this almost every night because it's on after the news. My wife is really good at it, and I'm really bad at it. And I'm just like, I don't even know. I don't know how she comes up with it.
For your wedding, she bought you a vowel, didn't she?
She did.
A couple of
A vowel or a
vowel.
Vowels.
I got to go and I interviewed Pat Sajak and Vanna White when they did it at SeaWorld, and 100%, it's an incredible production by all means, but they can churn around so many. It's what you see. Basically, it's cut up so fast, and they got it down to a science to see that. So 34 days a year, that's a great
She
great
said
schedule.
she's never worn the same dress twice.
Wow.
So she, could you imagine all of those gowns and whatnot? And she also renegotiated her pay. I guess Pat Sajak was making about $15 million a year for his gig.
For 34 days a year.
Yeah. Sources say that she negotiated about half of that for herself, which was a bump up kind of twice her
good
salary.
for her.
So she's making $7 to $8 million a year.
Good for her. I've always appreciated, and she is extremely nice. So I think I think she knows that she has the easiest job.
Oh yeah, it's always nuts when these like the game show hosts, like what was it, Alex Trebek. I heard an interview with him once where he goes, "Why would I quit this?" Until he had to, but he was like, "Why would I quit this?"
Why would anybody want to?
Why? It's the best gig in the world.
If you can get it, because Ryan Seacrest is taking everything.
That is true.
I tell you what, we're going to do a little doing it with this guy right here. What are we talking about?
WWE and John Cena turning heel.
Oh, okay. All right, all that's coming up right here on Flash.
Hey, welcome to Doing It This Week with myself, Matt Doolittle. Now, I felt the need to jump in for what I think is one of the biggest moments in sports entertainment history.
There is your main event for WrestleMania. John Cena.
Now, I know, this is wrestling nerd stuff, but a few of you out there know what happened before this, and it changed the entire landscape of entertainment. Now, look, Harvey Dent once warned us, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain, and that's exactly what happened. And in a twist that sent shockwaves through the WWE universe, history repeated itself when John Cena betrayed the American Dream, Cody Rhodes. Now, Cena, it's American Nightmare, who has the record for the most Make-A-Wish evers. John Cena has the most Make-A-Wish ever. He just turned his back on his fans and told those kids, you can't see this wish. After a stunning TKO victory over CM Punk in the 2025 Elimination Chamber, Cena not only etched his name in WWE history, but also shattered the hearts of fans worldwide. However, with a ruthless low blow, Cena made it clear heroes can fall. Now, television storytelling is no longer just about delivering narratives. It's about creating an immersive experience that resonates with audience across platforms and across the world. So what does this mean for us WWE nerds out there? Well, some call it a male soap opera. Well, I do want to say women love this stuff too, trust me. It's a storytelling of a career, a 22-year career where he's finally, at the end, become the Rock's bottom. I took that from Jon Stewart. But it's more storytelling than I have ever seen in years on any other television show, and we can give it to John Cena. The accolades he deserves. He's hosted the ESPYs, the third hour of the Today Show, and did some questionable things in multiple movies. If you saw the one thing, Blockers, you know what I'm talking about. But I have to give him props for being at the forefront of changing the narrative of wrestlers, that they're dumb guys who get hit in the head with chairs. Well, they are, but they can also be good baby faces for the community. And as technology evolves, so does the way these stories are told. Blending traditional storytelling with interactive elements. Now, John Cena, we can see you. And we're doing it with you, John. I know you guys think it's nerd stuff, but believe me, it was all over the place, and I love it.
Here's the thing about it, is that if you took wrestling out of it, meaning like you didn't have anything with wrestling, it's a soap opera. He's 100%
It stays of our lives, but with greased up men in Speedos.
Hey, sounds like my weekend, actually.
Some people pay for that.
You pay extra for it.
Me too.
But it's 100% true. And then, so basically, John Cena does a lot of good outside of the ring, is what
Was that the point of
He
that?
does a lot of great, and I'm sure he's going to keep doing it, but it was it's such a moment.
The best public service he can do is not do that Blockers movie again.
Yes,
How about that?
exactly.
100%. Thank you, Maddie.
All right,
Thanks for
Maddie.
doing it.
Dairy brand Puck has launched a heartfelt initiative this Ramadan to support mothers and families in Lebanon. It's a way to help them rebuild their lives through the power of food.
When a food recipe travels without borders, goes to places even the mom herself haven't been to, that's not just food, that's power, that's freedom. Recipe for Change represents a tribute to the unsung heroes of Lebanon, the resilient moms that through the toughest time kept a smile and hope.
إنه فل من هون من لبنان؟ لا، خلقت هون، عشت هون، مدرستي هون، عذابي هون، بس بحس بغصة.
أنا بحياتي مش طالعة من لبنان، مش بارمته، حتى من كفركلها مش طالعة كتير. طبخت تسافر وتسبقني.
هاي رسالة انكتبت بخط ايدها لأمي الله يرحمها، كاتبينها على كرتونة عيلة خسة كلينكس.
Every recipe holds a small piece of Lebanon, a story of it, the background, where it comes from. It is a groundbreaking business model where we actually got these moms, their recipes, their tradition cherished and brought to international menus around the world.
أنا كتير مبسوطة شيف إنه صارت الريسيت بين إيديكم.
أكيد نحن أكيد أكتر وبنيادي أمينة بدك تقولي صارت.
يعني ما بتخيل إنه هالبيجي بالكونات البسيطة إنه حتصير بالمطاعم برا وهي اسمها حتكون وصفة فيفيان.
هلا صرتي مشهورة.
This isn't charity, it's empowerment. These women aren't receiving aid, they're receiving orders, and they're really turning their struggles into strength. Basically, we transform these book consumers, these moms, into business partners. And not only as a business partner today, but on the long term, bringing their cherished recipes, keeping their tradition alive and values all over the world.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English. Welcome to Daily Flash. We're so glad to have you here. We got a half hour packed with some great info that you're going to love. All right, I'm not going to say this guy's name. I'm just going to call him American YouTuber Jackass. Everybody cool with that?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is this tribe of natives that live in this island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Okay. The rumor is they have killed anybody that has gone onto this island. They don't like outsiders at all. A lot of them have no idea that Y2K happened or the COVID happened and that sort of thing because they're in this island in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
No iPhones?
No iPhones, nothing so far.
Okay.
So this American YouTuber says, well, it sounds like a perfect place to go.
Oh.
However, they also have said the countries that that basically govern it say it is illegal for anybody that is not a Sentinelese, which is what they're called, the Sentinelese people. You have to be a Sentinelese in order to be on this island. So this YouTuber says, well, I'm going to go there and see what it's like. And he goes there, goes amongst them and everything, luckily lives, and then leaves a coconut and a can of Coca-Cola with them and takes a picture. Look at me, this is what I did. So they're after this guy now. Now keep in mind, a lot of, these people have never seen other people, diseases, nothing. He could have, whatever, if he was sick, let's say, and he went on that island and could have wiped them all out, if you think about it. And that's why they wanted them to left alone. Well, he's now basically, they're trying to hunt him down and saying, what can we do to actually get this guy in jail, which I believe he should. And they really are saying that they have no immunity if any kind of disease was brought to this island.
That is really irresponsible.
Very irresponsible, yes.
I mean, I get you're intrigued, but it seems like those people want to be left alone. There are protections in place. Why do you have to go and expose yourself to them and to the rest of the world?
I think, which is the very first reason people, when it comes to being a YouTuber, am I right? Is like, why do you need to do it?
Right. Yeah.
Because you have this feeling of self-importance.
Right.
And I hope they prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law. I'm behind it. 100%.
Well, he can't be hard to find.
That's true. That is true.
If he documents everything he does.
He's out ruining Epic Universe for me right
Probably
now.
so. Yeah, there's your YouTubers. All right.
Matt, that's a sore spot for you.
It is. I don't want to see it.
Hey, students across the country are headed back to class. Rising prices, looming tariffs, and tight school budgets are likely to have an impact on the back-to-school spending. Joining us now to discuss the rising cost of school supplies is Becky Pringe, president of the National Education Association. Hey, Becky, so how are the tariffs and tight budgets impacting back-to-school spending?
This year, our parents are feeling the crunch of the reality that everything's more expensive, that the rise in the cost of clothes or book bags is up 15% because of this administration's tariffs, which, by the way, are going up again tomorrow. We know how stressful that can be for parents sending their children back to school. And what does that mean for educators? That means we have more students coming back to us that have greater needs. Educators, teachers, bus drivers, food service workers, all of them always stand in the gaps for our students. This year, we're looking at educators spending as much as $500,000 out of their own pocket to actually try to meet the needs of their students as they are struggling in their own families because of the high cost.
What can parents and communities do to support their local educators?
Our local communities always are part of the shared responsibility for our public schools. As educators, we try to do everything we cannot. We need that shared responsibility. So our local communities can do a couple of things. First of all, they can help us make sure we're meeting the needs of our students as they come back.
And public schools?
Mostly, we need them to lift up their voices. We need them to call their members of Congress and say, no, fund our public schools. We need them to continue to join us in our movement to make sure that our students and our schools and our educators have what they need and deserve.
Hey, to learn more about the issues and take action in your community, please visit NEA.org/project.
Today on the Scene with Doreen, I get to sit down with the man of 100 voices and 1,000 laughs, the incredible ventriloquist, Terry Fator. Check it out.
You won season 2.
Yes.
You then signed one of the biggest Vegas contracts of all time. How many times?
3 times.
3 times.
Yes.
Terry, in terms of variety, you have inspired more contestants than anyone on any show around the world.
Oh, thank you. This man is a legend.
You almost gave up. You know, it was 39,
I did.
40 years old, and you said, what am I doing?
In my 30s, I decided, maybe 35, I decided, I think I want to try being a ventriloquist. It's been my dream since I was 10. I want to be a professional ventriloquist. I did that for a few years. And then when I turned 40, I kind of was evaluating my life, and I thought, well, geez, you know, I guess here I'm a 40-year. Who's ever going to really care about a 40-year-old ventriloquist? And so I went through a little bit of a depression thinking, wow, I guess my dream is over. And then I thought, wait a second, my dream isn't over. My dream was to be a professional ventriloquist, and I am. I'm going to be the best damn ventriloquist anybody's ever seen. When America's Got Talent came calling, man, I was ready. I had the mindset that I was going to be the best in the world at what I did, regardless of if I ever got discovered.
You are the sunshine of my life, yeah.
You aren't just a ventriloquist. You have focused on impersonating singers. And like Stevie Wonder, who I think might grace us with his presence today.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh my God, Stevie!
Nice to be here.
It's an honor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So how
I
is
just called to say I love you.
Oh. And you zoomed to tell me that too. Oh, it's so good. I don't know now, Terry, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But no. you do more than 200 celebrity impressions, and you don't just talk. You
Yes.
gotta sing.
I do. There has to be some sort of a physiological difference in our makeup. I don't know how or why. I honestly, there's no trick. I don't know. I should not be able to make the tones that I do. What kills me is when I'm doing a really hard song, like, you know, I just posted a Bohemian Rhapsody on a part of, you know, that high part. So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye. So I'm doing this with this Freddie Mercury puppet, and people are like, his lips are moving. And I'm like, okay, you try singing Bohemian Rhapsody with your mouth closed, and you see if your lips don't move. It is impossible for my lips not to move at all. If my lips did not move, then I'm lip sync.
It's close to midnight. Something keeps lurking in the dark.
And this new show, you're not even just doing, you know, what you've always been doing so well. You've added another layer now. You've added technology into the mix. And
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is the most exciting. Look, I had a ball and I loved the Mirage. I loved playing New York, New York. But I got to tell you, when I walked into the Strat, it's the most spectacular thing you've ever seen. And I've been in Vegas 18 years, a headliner in Vegas 18 years. I have probably rewritten my show 35 times.
Wow.
And people don't do that.
No.
You know, people get into Vegas and they have the same show for, 15 years.
Yes.
And I won't do that. I have a different show, and I'm constantly updating my road show, and I'm constantly doing new things. And you know, you just got to keep at it.
Check out terryfator.com. You can check out his tour dates around the country, more info about his ongoing residency at the Strat Hotel in Las Vegas, and also pick up some very cool merch like your own Winston the Impersonating Turtle Puppet Jr. for charity. And there's a lot of really cool merch. I was on there looking, and I said there's so many things for gifts and for yourself. Thank you so much, Terry. You are a blessing.
You too.
Make sure to catch Terry Fator on tour this summer or at his residency at the Strat in Las Vegas. And listen to the rest of the great conversation right here. I'm Doreen Taylor with the Scene with Doreen here at the Daily Flash each week. See you next time.
Hey, let me in.
Who is it?
It's nobody. Come on.
Nobody who?
Did he say nobody too?
Nobody who?
Guys having fun at the convention?
Come on, man. Let me in, dude. Come on.
Really? Oh yeah, that's a nobody.
I told you.
I'm on vacation!
It's definitely a nobody. Well, as the back-to-school season hits its stride, working-class families are increasingly turning to credit card rewards to help manage their budgets. Richard Hunt of the Electronics Payment Coalition has more.
Well, back-to-school costs will cost each family $800 per child
to get them ready, and over $1,000 for college kids. Number one tip, use your credit cards and make sure you sign up for reward programs such as cash back. Every single time you spend money getting your kid ready for school, you get cash back from credit card companies. Some retailers will give you up to 6% or 6 times the amount of purchase in cash back. So make sure you visit your website before you make any purchases. Unfortunately, there's a bill making its way through the United States Congress that would eliminate reward points both in cashback and miles. You cannot allow DC politicians to have control of your credit card. So we hope you go to our website, cashbacktoschool.com, to learn more about how you can be involved, making sure this draconian legislation does not pass.
Well, summer's winding down, and that means it's time for one more Backyard Bash. And today we're throwing the ultimate summer send-off and back-to-school cookout. Joining us now with all the delicious details is registered dietitian Anissa Chumbley. Welcome, Anissa.
Hey, Daily Flash. Yes, wrapping up summer does not mean saying goodbye to its best flavors or savings. So I'm excited to say that this month's bundle offer with the Albertsons Company's family of stores for you from Signature Select is the best and perfect for those low-key late summer nights and the busy back-to-school days. The hot dog grilling bundle offer gives you 4 items: Signature Select's uncured jumbo beef franks, their hot dog buns, refrigerated fresh pickles, and then a 12-pack of either the bubbly seltzer water or fizzy soda, all for just $15. So it kicks off on the 13th, lasts until the 26th, and all you have to do is clip the offer in your For You app and then head in-store or shop online for those 4 items. So Signature Select is available exclusively at your local Albertsons Company family of stores, and they've got you covered with a wide variety of products you're going to find throughout the store at a delightful value, perfect for that last taste of summer. So we like to start off with a hot dog bar, and Signature Select's jumbo beef uncured franks are not only full of flavor, there's also no nitrates, nothing artificial, and no artificial flavors or colors. They grill up beautifully, and we like to put out a topping bar so each person can make their own. And then a smoky side is definitely on the menu. I use Signature Select's baked beans, then layer in flavors like ketchup, brown sugar, their crisp sizzly bacon, and definitely grilled onion. And my mom's special award-winning tip, the longer it simmers, the stronger that flavor will be. And for dessert, trail mix cookies. They're packed with oats and lots of nutrients from Signature Select's Surge Fruit and Nut Trail Mix. It's a tropical blend of dried cranberries, pineapple, papaya, banana chips, cashews, walnuts, and even coconut chips. So it's nutrient dense and it's low in sodium. Just remember, Signature Select is your trustworthy brand because they have the love it or it's on us satisfaction guarantee or your money back. You can redeem that hot dog grilling bundle offer 2 times before the 26th. Don't forget to shop online, in store, and head to albertsons.com/Signature Select for more.
Well, that all looks delicious. You can find more and all of that at your local Albertsons family of stores, including delicious and high-quality products from Signature Select. And now, lifestyle expert Bahar Tactician shares tips on how to make back-to-school shopping stress-free, time-saving, and easier on your wallet with solutions families can count on all school year long. Bahar, so how can we make back-to-school time easier right now?
Well, you have to start using Shipt. This is the ultimate back-to-school sidekick. It's going to help parents and caregivers really ease the stress on themselves and their wallets. So with the Target Circle 360 membership, you get unlimited same-day delivery on orders over $35 in as little as a few hours, plus automatic access to Shipt's network of more than 100 stores. So that means same-day delivery for groceries, supplies for pets, beauty and wellness, and so much more. And exclusively for Target Circle 360 members, Shipt now offers no price markups, excluding select alcohol retailers and items. So basically, through the Target Circle 360 paid membership program, you can activate your Shipt benefit through your Target account, and with a few taps, families can shop for everything they need to get back into the routine from a number of stores like CVS, Lowe's, and even local grocers. So Target Circle 360 members really get the best of Shipt and Target, and you still get some great one-of-a-kind features like preferred shoppers. These are shoppers that work with Shipt, and they go above and beyond to make sure customers get exactly what they want.
So Bahar, what are people stocking up on?
Well, everyone's getting back to the routine this time of year, so people are stocking up on things like bread and cheese and taco for school lunches. They're also, getting chicken thighs and ground turkey for taco night. So people are really wondering, what can I do to make the process of getting back into the school year a lot easier?
Sounds super easy. Where can we go for more info?
Well, there's a special deal going on. Target Circle 360 members can use code BACKTOSCHOOL. They'll get $10 off when they spend $50 or more on their shipped marketplace order from August 7th through September 12th. And for more information, the best thing that they can do is go to shipped.com/target-circle-360.
Thanks for all that great info. We'll make sure we have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. From freezer to table, here's how to make meals in just minutes.
More than 80% of Americans have discovered the secret to easier meal planning, their freezer. Here's chef and TV personality Jamie Gwen.
Research from the National Frozen and Refrigerated Foods Association reveals a major shift in how we're using our freezers. With grocery costs on everyone's mind, nearly 2/3 of Americans are turning to frozen foods as a smart shopping strategy. Take berries. When fresh prices spike in winter, reach for frozen. You get that perfect summer sweetness at a fraction of the cost.
The research shows time saving and convenience are driving this freezer-first approach.
Your freezer is like a treasure chest of meal possibilities, combining frozen grilled vegetables for protein bowls or using frozen fruit for quick breakfast smoothies. The options are endless.
Discover more ways to make mealtime easier at nfraweb.org. That's nfraweb.org.
Registered dietitian and nutrition expert Mia Sin breaks down how small changes can make a big impact on your health.
It's National Nutrition Month, and I have tips to help you make healthier, more informed choices. The Dietary Guidelines for Americans states that 95% of kids and adults do not meet the daily fiber recommendation, and Begin Health Daily Growing Up Prebiotics is a great, gentle, clean, and kid-friendly option to help fill in the gaps. My next recommendation is to enjoy more fish. With Maury's, enjoying premium, better-for-you seafood has never been easier. And for a dietitian-approved beverage option, I love the Planet Oat unsweetened oat milk. Royal Jelly is a nutritional powerhouse. It supports cognitive function, and when combined with 500 milligrams of Cognizin Citicoline, which is clinically researched to support memory, focus, and attention. Look for Cognizin on the label, and you can learn more about Cognizin at cognizin.com. Whether your focus is heart health, brain function, metabolism, energy, or beauty, there's a doctor-formulated multi-plus multivitamin from Garden of Life for you. For more, visit nutritionbymia.com.
Hey, we are really appreciative that you join us here on our show, and we're here. We love it Monday through Friday, right?
Yeah, dailyflashshow.com. Also, you can find us on the website. You can sound off, and that's available to you 24/7, 365.
That is the best part of it, is getting your email and, of course, your comments on our Facebook, because we kind of see like your point of view. We spew out all kinds of stuff, but we also have fun. So let's do it. Let's have a good weekend, and we'll do it Monday.
Yeah,
right?
I like that. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.